Hello, Year 12. Welcome to what is now called the B Network, which has been named by some of the students who come on a Friday afternoon for extra tutorials. One of the requests this week was for how manipulation is represented in both 1984 and Metropolis. So let's start with Metropolis. Robot Maria is ultimately our form of propaganda or manipulation within Metropolis. It starts off with her entry into the Yoshiwara Club, where she's been tested to see if she can be used to make people not realize she's a machine and see her as something human. And in this moment, we have a contextual link to the New Woman. In the Weimar Republic, the New Woman was who had just received the right to vote and was trying to get jobs in the workforce and was becoming a citizen in their own right, was blamed for the economic and political downfall of society of Germany, and the mother figure was hailed. And so Robot Maria and in the Yoshiwara Club is a contextual link to that New Woman. And you see it by all that montage of the overlaying of the eyes and the frantic music and the allusion to the whore of Babylon as she comes up, and she's able to whip these men into a frenzy and have them all react in a way where they are completely under her control through her manipulation. That control is further extended when they all come rushing out of the club and abandon their cars and go crazy in the streets of Metropolis itself. And it's the moment where we see all the cars just lying there abandoned, and it is juxtaposed against the early scenes where we see that love affair with technology earlier on. But that's a separate point. But so in that sense, she's able to manipulate the Suns Club and the elite through her provocative dance moves. But we also see her when she goes down into the catacombs, and she's able to cause a revolution. She's being placed there by Fredison, but she's able to whip them up into a lynch mob type reaction where they have the revolution, they act en masse, they leave their children behind, they turn on Freda and Georgie and try to kill them. And it's this moment where they have lost all control due to the manipulation that she has, the propaganda that she uses. Compare that in 1984. The one thing that stands out the most that you can compare that to is the 2 minutes hate, and the idea that they're actually again being able to whip up into a frenzy. Also the cinemas, the whole idea of Goldstein. Goldstein is our correlation between, is our link to Metropolis. He's our link to Robot Maria. You've also got the community centres, and the fact that the children as well are acting as a form of secret police to dob in on their parents. You have this whole level of propaganda going on. The other main thing in 1984 for propaganda is the way they rewrite the rations. The very fact that in one day's news they can say they're out of shoes, and then the next day they can say they made 60,000 pairs of shoes, and everybody believes it. Or with the chocolate or the victory gin, no one actually ever sees these contents, but they believe that it exists because they've been told it exists. And it's the whole idea of propaganda. And that is reflective on, for both of them, on Stalin's propaganda and also on Hitler's propaganda that took place. Anyway, good luck with that one. There's a lot more in both texts that you can use, but that's a good way to get you started.